All right. Want to say all praises be to Abanawa Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone rule well. Shalom to the sincere brethren, Akim out there across the four winds, the four corners of the globe, pushing the truth, the good news of Yahweh Shai, proclaiming salvation to the elect of Israel, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and proclaiming the downfall of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and his wicked and evilous empire. So this video is going to be going into the hammer of the earth. The hammer of the earth being who? Esau, Edom, who have since his various rulerships, from the Greeks to the Romans to the modern day Americans, NATO, and the EU, he have gone around the world, shedding blood, conquering the nations, the dark nations of the earth, man. You understand? And this is prophesied throughout the scriptures, man. But guess what? The end thereof, the end of Esau, Edom's military campaigns, is going to be his downfall, man. You know what I mean? Via Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? So this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 23. I'll start at verse 22. A sound of battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the earth cut? How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? Babylon being modern day America, which is the chief rulership of Esau, Edom right now, man. You know what I mean? And Esau, Edom, throughout his various rulership, has been the hammer of the earth, and it continues to this day, man. Because what you have, America being a superpower military upon the earth, they have gone around the earth, conquering the earth, man. They have more garrisons, more embassies than there is even countries, man. Multiple embassies, multiple garrisons in one country, man. You know what I mean? That's why they have these different sectors of the military, man. They have Pacific Africa, Europe and Asia you know what I mean? North America because all of these are different divisions and sectors of their military commandment that they have across the globe, man. You know what I mean? They have warships in the Pacific, in the Indian Ocean, in the Atlantic Ocean, in the Arctic Ocean. You know what I mean? From the coldest to the hottest of climates, man. From the east to the west, to the north to the south. You know what I mean? He boasts himself, man. That's why these Americans, especially these different military men, generals, they are so proud, man. Because they know of the might of the American military, man. But guess what? That don't mean nothing in the eyes of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. That don't phase Yahweh Shai upon his second return, the might of the American military. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 17. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, and Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is a modern-day Pharaoh. For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up. And Esau, Edom has been raised up. Superpower of the planet. And that's happened multiple times throughout the course of the history of the planet. The Greeks, the Romans, and now the modern-day Americans, man. Esau, Edom has been raised up in a position to be a global superpower. You know what I mean? For the scripture said unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I may shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Because it's going to be an amazement to see the downfall of Babylon the Great, man. You're going to have all the nations of the earth, declaring that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that Yahweh Shai is the kings of kings, lords of lords. That's why Philippians 2 said what it says, man. Because after Yahweh Shai do what he have to do, man, it's going to be no doubt. There's going to be no doubt in the world, who's the king of kings, who's the lords of lords, man. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 9. Wherefore the Most High also had highly exalted Yahweh Shai, and given him a name which is above every name, that at the name of Yahweh Shai every knee should bow, of things in heaven and things in the earth and things under the earth. And every tongue shall confess that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is Lord, to the glory of the Most High, the Father. So there you have it, man. After Yahweh Shai take out Esau, Edom, it's going to be without a fact, man, without a shadow of a doubt, that Yahweh Shai is the Kings of Kings, Lords of Lords. You understand? Bringing Esau, Edom's reign of terror over many generations to a full stop. Because Esau, Edom is doing his thing, man. The so-called white man has been doing his thing, going all the way back to Alexander the so-called great, man. Because the historians, they speak about the bloodlust, the bloodthirsty nature of Alexander the Great and his generals with him, man. I was reading there's different articles online about Alexander conquering, and his main thing was to conquer the Persian Empire, man, as a means of retribution for Persia conquering Greece aforetime. You understand? So he was driven to conquer and execute the king of Persia, man. You know what I mean? He had that bloodlust to conquer. And I think they made it all to Afghanistan, man. And there's many accounts where he wept because there was no more lands to conquer. And that's the spirit of a true Edomite, man. This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. And for all you dummies out there who say the Apocrypha, the book of the Maccabees, so on and so forth, is not a part of the scriptures, this is history right here, man. You know what I mean? This is going to be what I'm about to read in 1 Maccabees, the first chapter, is documented history. This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and the Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. And there you have it, man. So Alexander the Great, the son of Philip of Macedon, he conquered Persia, man. And here what they're going to say. And made many wars. That's Esau Edom, man. Esau Edom is a real warlord, man. He's a real, you know what I mean? He's a real gangster, man. You niggas ain't shit. You know what I mean? Esau Edom is a real bloodlust demon, man. You Negroes are just John 8 and 44. You have your father the devil. You just following after Esau Edom, man. But Esau Edom is the real shed of blood unrighteously, man. Verse 2. And made many wars and won many strongholds and slew the kings of the earth. So he slew the kings of the earth, man. This is what Alexander and his cronies were doing, man. You know what I mean? And went through the ends of the earth. He went through the ends of the earth, man. Esau Edom, the hammer of the earth, man. Continuing to this day, man, under Babylon the Great, man. He went to the ends of the earth, man. Conquering, nailing shit down, man. And he went through the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. So he laid everything down, man. We're like a real hammer, man. You understand? That's the spirit that the Lord put on this man, man. Esau Edom, man. And Alexander the Great being a chief Edomite, man. A chief king of Edom. And he went through to the ends of the earth and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him, whereupon he was exalted and his heart was lifted up. So just like modern day Babylon, man, is exalted and lifted up, man. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries and nations and kings who became tributaries unto him. There you have it, man. But the Bible ain't true, man. You dumb niggas. And after these things he fell sick and perceived that he should die, because the Most High struck him sick. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. That goes into his 4 generals, man. Whether it's Cassander, Lysimachus, Seleucus, and Ptolemy, man. Now, I mean, the chief of the two being Ptolemy, which took like Egypt, Israel area, and Seleucus with Syria, You know what I mean? That the Levant area, same women, of which they were battling against each other over rulership, man. You know what I mean? Over dominion. So the Seleucus Empire and the Ptolemaic Empire, man. Of which Cleopatra was from the line of Ptolemy, because Cleopatra was an Edomite, man. She was an Edomite. She was not a so-called black woman, man. She was an Edomite, a so-called Caucasian woman. You understand? From the line of the Ptolemy, from the line of the Greeks. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves, so that their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. So as Esau go out through the earth, man, conquering shit, he's spreading evil, man. Because what is he pushing? His wine, man. His wine, which is his mad philosophies. His alphabet communityism, his democracy, his capitalism, his witchcraft, his idolatry, so on and so forth, man. Because when you conquer nations, a lot of the times, once you put your ideas and your philosophies and your beliefs upon these nations, you force it upon them, man. They have to acquiesce to that. They have to become tributaries onto your way of life, man. Same to this day, man. I mean, that's why you have women in the Middle East, women all over the earth, man, acting like American bimbo-headed woman, man. Because what? Esau, Edom, the hammer of the earth, have gone throughout the entire earth conquering and putting these nations in subjection. And guess what? They have to adopt his way of life, man. His westernization, his Americanization. You understand? Let's go find this precept real quick. So this is the book of let me get it here. Habakkuk was another book I wanted to actually read from. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his sword which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So Esau, Edom, spirit ain't right, man. Esau, Edom's spirit ain't right. He's off, man. He's not upright. Yeah, also because he transgressed it by wine. The wine I was just talking about those different philosophies and ideologies. He is a proud man. What's the motto of the Marines? The few, the proud, the Marines, man. The proud, man. He's a proud fellow. He is a proud man, neither keep it at home, neither keep it at home. These different wars, these different embassies, these different garrisons that he has set up across the planet Earth, man. That's why there's a saying, why Yankee go home, man. He is a proud man, neither keep it at home, who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. What did we say about Alexander, man? He couldn't be satisfied, man. We just read in the book of Maccabees, he made wars upon wars, man. Winning strongholds, conquering nations, conquering countries. Same thing with Esau, Edom to them, man. Here in Babylon, they can't be satisfied, invading all type of damn countries. They're looking to invade Haiti, you know what I mean? Venezuela. They just invaded Afghanistan and got kicked out of there. Well, they ran out of there. Iraq, you name it, Vietnam, all of these different countries that they have invaded, man. Iran, they're looking to invade. So on and so forth, man. Grenada. Yeah, small little Grenada. Esau, Edom invaded, man, back in the 1980s, man. Panama. You name it, man. Hey, Cuba. Which is the Bay of Pigs. Hey, Esau, Edom, man, he's a damn vagabond, man. A violent vagabond, man. Yet also because he transgressed it by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Was that the melting pot, man? That melting pot here in Babylon the Great, man, heaping unto him many peoples, man. And he put unto him all people. And verse 6, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunt and proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that laded himself with thick clay. That thick clay is death, man. Debt, D-E-B-T. Ibatiyat in the Hebrew, man. Hey, and that's a big thing now, man. The debt ceiling getting raised or not, which is getting America into more and more debt. Because they're saying if they don't raise, if they can't acquire more debt, then the economic will crash, man. Hey, the scriptures is 100% on point, man. Scriptures is 100% on point. Without a shadow of a doubt, man. Shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. So all these nations are going to rise up against Babylon. We're seeing it right now. The BRICS, you know what I mean? China, Russia, Iran, you know what I mean? Even American allies looking at America sideways, man. Looking to come up against Babylon the Great. Why? Because they see the treachery, man. They see the evil deeds. They see the evil dealings of Babylon the Great, man. You understand? And they're not liking that. This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 1, 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Because how was America established? Amos 9 and 10. On the blood of the Israelites, man, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and indigenous people of America, you Native Americans. You know what I mean? And America, Babylon the Great, Esau, Edom, in general, since his reign, has gone through the earth shedding blood, man. South Africa, you know what I mean? Australia, the bloods of the heathens, man. Even also, man. Israelites is without saying, man. North, Central, and South America. But this hammer of the earth is soon cut down, man. Just like the Greek Empire was cut down, which is the rulership, which is the beginning of Esau, Edom empires, Esau, Edom power. Same way, Babylon the Great, man. NATO and the EU is going to be cut out, man. You know what I mean? Rome was cut down, but Rome has come back through America. Babylon the Great. You know what I mean? Same way it's going to be cut down again, man. Let me close it out with this. Malachi. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. So Esau, Edom has built it up, you know what I mean, conquered. So the Lord could take all of this shit from him, man. You know what I mean? So Yahweh Shai could vanquish him, man. In 1 hour, man. Just like that, man. Esau, Edom is going to be wiped out, man. His whole rulership, his whole power structure is going to be come to an end, man. His reign of terror over many generations is going to come to an end, man. And he's going to have to pay the piper for all his wicked and illicit deeds that he has committed against the children of Israel, man. So with that, I want to say all praises be to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem HaRakakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone Road Well, and shalom to the elect, Abad Babal.